Part 1. Understanding the roots of our unproductive habits. Hello, fellow seekers of wisdom. In today's video, we're diving deep into a subject that plagues us all to some degree: laziness, procrastination, and those insidious bad habits and addictions that hold us back from our potential. It can feel like we're constantly battling ourselves, constantly giving in to those impulses that undermine our goals and leave us feeling unfulfilled. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from these chains? A way that has been tested by centuries of thinkers and philosophers. I'm talking about the wisdom of the Stoics. The Stoics, such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, weren't just abstract philosophers. They were practical guides to living a good life. And at the core of their teachings lies the fundamental idea of the dichotomy of control, distinguishing between what is in our control, our thoughts, judgments, actions, and what is not, external events, other people's actions. When we feel lazy or procrastinate, we're often focusing on things we can't control: the difficulty of the task, our feelings of inadequacy, or the expectation of perfection. But the Stoics would urge us to turn inwards and examine what truly lies within our power. This internal landscape of our decisions is where we can begin to conquer our bad habits and addictions. Now, the Stoics considered things like laziness, procrastination, and the pull of addictions as indifference, things that are neither good nor bad in themselves, but rather it's how we use them that determines their effect on our lives. We have the capacity to use the internet, food, or gaming for good, for learning, socializing, or leisure. But when we become dependent on these things, when we use them as an escape from real life or as a substitute for more meaningful activities, they become harmful vices. The Stoics believed that our true goal should be virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, not fleeting pleasures or distractions. Laziness and procrastination are the antithesis of virtue. They are behaviors that lead us away from a life of purpose and meaning. Many of our bad habits stem from a reliance on external validation. We seek instant gratification through social media likes or the fleeting pleasures of junk food, trying to satisfy a void that can only be filled from within. We procrastinate because we dread the potential judgment or the effort of the task. But the Stoics teach us to value our own internal judgment above the opinions of others, and to focus on the process of improvement rather than the outcome. Ultimately, the Stoics would have us question why we are drawn to these unproductive behaviors in the first place. Is it a need for comfort, an escape from boredom or stress? Once we understand the roots of our procrastination, we can start to address them. We must recognize that pursuing instant gratification is futile. What truly satisfies the human soul is the pursuit of a virtuous and meaningful life. And while overcoming ingrained habits might be tough, the journey of self-improvement is a testament to our own inner strength. Part 2. The power of reason and self-awareness. Now that we have identified that many of our destructive habits spring from a lack of self-control, how does Stoicism address the issue of forming positive habits? The Stoics held reason as the primary means to a fulfilling life. This reason doesn't just relate to logic or critical thinking. It's the ability to understand our own actions, to control our impulses, and to direct our will towards a virtuous end. When we give in to laziness or procrastination, we are often choosing immediate gratification over long-term fulfillment. Our reason must be the tool by which we weigh those options, make the best choices, and form productive habits. One of the ways we develop this habit of reason is through regular self-reflection. The Stoics believed that one of the best tools for self-awareness is journaling. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Examine yourself daily. What bad habit have you cured today? What virtue have you acquired?" By taking time each day to contemplate your thoughts and actions, you'll begin to see patterns in your destructive behaviors. When do you usually reach for the junk food? What prompts you to waste hours on social media? What thoughts arise when you face difficult tasks? Recording these patterns allows you to better identify your triggers. For example, do you often reach for your phone out of boredom? This recognition is the first step in building the mental strength necessary to overcome these urges. Recognizing triggers allows us to make a plan of action, allowing us to decide how we will react to these situations.